Hey guys, it's Maymay and welcome back to part 2 of our recipe folio. And today we're going to be doing some fun stuff I'm excited about. Let's get started. So today we're featuring our stamp set and this is our stamp set called Recipe Card Builder. We're using the lines, we're using the top section here, the word recipe, and then you'll see here ingredients and directions. That's what I'm using so far. We may use more. So to get started, the first thing you want to do is you want to cut 10 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 5. That's what I'm using for these. And you'll see here that the front side is for ingredients, and this, which is going to be the back side, is for directions. Okay, so we're going to use those in a minute. And then I made these big ones because you know we got that big pocket inside. We just made these larger ones that you can use for ingredients, directions on the back. I just think this will be really cool. We need to stamp ingredients. I forgot to do that, but we'll get to it. So I made a stack of these. Now these, you'll be able to have a lot more than I made. You can add to these over the years or over time or for giving it as a gift. We only made 6 here to show you what to put in the pocket, but you can make a lot more. It'll hold a lot more. All right, so let's get into here. And we're going to open our little book up and we're going to head to the very center. Remember this guy from last time? All right, we're going to put these recipes here. I think this will be cute. Now you might decide, and in hindsight, I even said to Shannon, I'm like, we should have stamped that on a colored cardstock. We didn't, we just did them on white, but we're going to put the recipe on the front. We're going to flip it open and put the directions on the back. Won't that be cute? I think that'll be cute. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to glue those in. All right, so glue to the back side of it here. Oh, let me say this. If you're giving this as a gift and you're going to fill it with recipes before you give it, I would go ahead and write my recipes before I glue them in, especially in the waterfall section. This will be a little harder to write in after the fact. Not too terribly bad though. I'll show you. If you turn it to the side, it's pretty flat. If you have a pen or a pencil, it's pretty easy to write on. But if you're giving it, with grandma's recipes or mom's recipes or what have you, go ahead and fill them out. It'll make life easier. All right, so let's put directions on the back, and we're going to do this all the way through this waterfall. I love that. Recipe, directions. Let's keep going. So check that out. Super easy and a great place to put 5 family recipes. It could be moms, dads, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers. Wouldn't that be cool to give that as a gift and have all the recipes? And in a little bit, if I don't forget, I'm going to try not to forget. I've got an idea for here I want to show y'all, so I'm going to do my best to remember it. But I get excited and I just start going and change my plans. All right, let me show you this. I told you we made those other recipe cards. These are larger. Let me tell you the size that these are. I want to say these are 6 by 4 3/4, and these fit in this pocket so good. And you can put a lot in here. Remember, this is a gusseted pocket. That's 6 of them, and look how many recipe cards we can get in here. That's the reason I loved this particular folio for this, because of the room. Now, I'm itching to do fun stuff, okay? I feel like we've done enough of the hard stuff. We've covered everything. It's time to do fun stuff. So let's dig in to our ephemera. So I love this frame, and I think it will really set off the front of this album. Now, if you were given this as a gift and you had a photo you wanted to put in here, that would be super cute. Or you could make it where you can add a photo later. I'm not going to do a photo. I have an idea. I think this will be really cute if we kind of pretend he's a photo. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut this little guy away. And my plan is to just glue him in here, but I think he will just fit, and he does. He just fits. He covers the space, but perfectly. So I'm going to have to be very careful putting him in and make sure I get him where all the edges are covered. So I think I may put him in with some yellow tape. It'll never show because I'm going to glue it down, but this might be the easiest way to get this done. It's either this or I'll need to mount him to another piece or something like that. But I think if I'll stick the tape onto him and then hold this guy up, I can probably get him placed pretty easily, she says as she struggles. Okay, we'll get this side taped and the bottom. I don't believe this will show through because it's going to be, let me just check, because it'll be here. It shows a little bit. Let's see if I can edit him over just a little bit. As soon as I leave it like that, it will drive me insane. Are y'all the same people? I will see that and it will bother me. So I'm just going to move him over a little bit. Again, I could mount him to another piece. I'm just trying to do it the we'll say it the lazy way. I'm trying to be lazy. So there he is. I think he looks funny. I think he looks like a picture. Then there's this piece that comes in one of the ephemera packs, which is, let me show you which one it is. It comes in the one that is called Baking Spirits Bright Bits and Pieces. So we pulled that out of there. And isn't that cute to put right there? Baking Spirits Bright. I think that's going to be adorable. But I think I want it to show better. So I think I want to put something behind it. Let me look at some cardstock. So I went back to the cardstock and I found this piece of red, which I think will be pretty here. I like pink and red together, so I think that'll look good. And then we can put Making Spirits Bright on top of here, and that will just help that to really show. Isn't that cute? I'm going to add that there. So do you see this pile over here? It's ephemera, and what I've done are the bits and pieces. I found some pieces I think would be so cute to kind of add some interest to the front, and I'm going to glue these to the frame. I think they're cute. I just laid them out, just kind of played with the placement, how I like them, and I'm just going to put some glue onto them and put them down. I actually think I want him to turn this away. So put him like that. I'm just going to glue them directly to the frame all the way around.
Breaking in here to ask you to hit that red subscribe button. It's free. Also hit the bell button beside it. You can help me reach my big goal this year of 400,000 subscribers. Okay, back to crafting.
Also added this little holly berry down here. I thought it was cute above Baking Spirits Bright. So just going to stick all those down. And we'll use more of these throughout the inside. Let's go inside and let me show you something else. One thing is I forgot to cover this flap, so I dug into the cardstock again, and I found this piece, which I really like for there, but I also found this piece. I was going to lay them out and see. I really think I like this one better because I think it pulls the dark green in. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'll use the other side for the underside of this flap. So you remember I told you to remind me I wanted to show you something here? Well, you reminded me. I remembered. What I want to do right here is I want to add a little tab to each one of these, or I'm going to attempt to. I'm going to see if I can add a little tab to every one. And then if I want to put the name of the recipe or who the recipe was written by, I can put it there. But I want to show you how I'm going to make these tabs. We have lots of different ways to make tabs, but sometimes when you need custom tabs, this is a good way. Look, I got a gold star. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, this is a good way. So this strip that I have here is 1 inch wide, and it's more than this board, so it's longer than 7 inches, but I haven't cut it down yet. I just wanted to make sure I had 1 inch wide, and I'm going to score it in half at 1/2 inch. What we're doing here is we're creating where we're going to fold this to be the tab. And this to me is a good color because we could write on it or even stamp on it. I think it would work. So the next thing I want to do is I want to cut this guy down. Now I scored him first because it makes this so much easier. I don't have to go back and try to score each one of these little small pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to like 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Let's see if that will do. I think it will be enough. Oh, did I do 1.5 inches? I might have done 1.25 inches. Let's do 1.25 inches. They're small tabs, but they kind of have to be because it's not a huge area that we're filling. So we don't want to crowd with the tabs. So 1.25 inches, and we need 5. Now you've never seen an easier way to make a tab. I promise you. Use your rounder, your corner rounder, or any corner that you want. You can do this with the stub, the scallop, it doesn't matter. Fold this guy back and crease him. Let's go ahead and get that part done. Then take your corner rounder. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch because it's the smaller. Place this in and punch. And look how you got that round side there. Let's do the other side. And when you open this up, you'll see that shape you're familiar with that makes tabs, right? But we can just make our own just like this in any size we need, wherever we need them. Now, bringing the album back over, I'm going to use these little tabs. I'm just going to glue them to the bottoms of the recipe. So I'm just going to put glue on both sides of our tabs, and then I'll just sandwich it on our recipe flap. So let me open that one up. And I'll start out on one end. This is just how I do it. I just sort of eyeball. I'll start out on one end just like this. Squeeze that together, and that gives us one tab. Then I'll bring this next one up. Actually, what I may do is do this one up here so I can see my distance in the middle. So go ahead and get the top one done. We'll do it out on the far side as well. So I'll open that first flap up. Now, if you need to measure, go ahead. I just don't measure. You know I'm an eyeballer. I just kind of get these in here and they will do the job. I think what I'll do really quick is place this middle one so then I'll know where the other two go. So this is my middle recipe, and I'm just going to eyeball that center. Not looking for perfection. And now I'll put one here and here, and we'll be good. And there we go, little tabs for our little recipes. This is really, really cute. And I think it'll come in handy for you being able to see where your recipes are. And just think, like if this is grandma's recipe, and this is mom's recipe, and this is aunt's recipe. Isn't that cute? Or whoever's. In my house, it'd have to be Vince's recipes because y'all know I don't cook. So that's what this would be. All right, let's look at the rest of the book. Let's talk about this. What I would like to do is just run through and use my ephemera to fill up the places I know I'm just going to decorate. Honestly, in this situation, there's not a whole lot of places I want to write because like this pocket can hold recipe cards. By the way, these will fit in here as well. So I'll show you how that one fits in there just perfect. So you can make the same recipe cards to fill both pockets, so you can put lots of recipes in here. I really just want to deck this out to be cute. This holds 5 recipes here plus what goes in the pockets, and then I've got some ideas for these pockets as well. So what I'm going to do is just go use all the little ephemera bits. We're just going to put on some music and let you watch me glue those in, and we'll see how it all turns out. Okay, now for maybe one of the parts I've been the most excited about. So in these Simple Stories packs, they give these cool little cut-aparts that I love. They're different. They're not always the same thing in every paper pack, and this is no exception. I love these guys. So what I want to do is this area, it just feels kind of like a planner dashboard to me, if that makes sense. And I think these will be so cute placed here and there. I don't know which ones yet. I'm just going to play around and see which ones I like. I love the ones that are lined, so I may use a lined one and change this one out and use a different one because I like those because they're easy to write on. And look, this one goes sideways, so I might could use these together in some way, or even use that one on the other side. But I'm gonna play around with the placement and see how I want these to go. But I really do think this is a good way to use these little guys up. I love that there. One thing I do want to say is I don't want to use them all because I have that bonus project I want to do. So I want to save some of those. I'm going to glue these down here. I also wanted to put one like here and maybe one on this side, just so if I don't have anything in the pockets, they're really cute. Or if I do what I think I'm going to do, there'll still be something showing. I'll show you what my thought is for these pockets. All right, guys, let's do a walkthrough. This is where I'm gonna stop on this guy. For now, this is one of those projects that will fill up over time, okay? So here's our front cover, which I absolutely love. I did not put anything here. I do suggest whenever you decide what you're gonna use this one for, you put like a title here or something that'd be cute for when it slides in and out of the shelf. But I'm still not sure. This may end up being a sample for the shop. A lot of times that's what happens to my things that I just love so much. But if not, I'll be able to put a title, and I might put some of Mom's favorite recipes. I don't know yet. We're still seeing. But when you open it up, you end up with this little side over here, and you lift this little magnet, and inside is kind of our dashboard and a pocket. So I think that turned out really, really cute there. This section I kept really simple. Let me tell you why. I was afraid to put too much here because this is where this closes, and my fear was if I got this too bulky, I might lose some of my magnet. I don't think I'll lose too much, but I've also got to remember I'm still going to be putting stuff in here that'll bulk up, so I need to keep this as strong magnet-wise as I can. So it just got a couple of pieces. We're not going to cover too much up. But then look, we got our little pocket here. We got this little pocket, another pocket here, and then here. And now the reason I'm not putting tags in this long pocket, I think recipes can go in here. It's a great place to put recipes. But these guys, I told you I had an idea. I'm not going to do it today, but that is because I want to do my bonus project. So I may or may not do this. Oop, wrong one. Not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. This cut apart is tags. And how cute would they be to cut this guy apart and then use the tags in here as other little recipe holders? They'd be perfect for 3 or 4 ingredient recipes, and those do exist. But look how cute. You get to write a little quick recipe on the back and stick them in the pockets. But I don't know. I want to do that bonus recipe, bonus project. So what I'm going to do is finish this one here, and then when we get together on Monday night, I'll bring you my little bonus project, which I really think is going to be cute and will be another cute gift idea, especially if you know people who cook or bake or love recipes. Thanks so much for being here. Every year we do some kind of recipe book for the holidays, don't we? This one's just so good, just so perfect. It fits in your hand well, and it's gonna hold a lot of recipes. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments below if you're gonna be making one of these, or if you're waiting on my bonus project. Let me know that too. I'd love to see this if you are gonna try it. I do know we got more of this paper in stock. This is a cute pack, and y'all, I barely touched. I mean, there's a lot left of this, including the ephemera. I have a lot of ephemera left. That's why I want to do a bonus project. So I will see you on Monday night for that. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for all of you who have and are helping me try to reach my big goal this year. And until next time, bye now.